So I was watching some more of the documentary, or I'm not even sure if it was a documentary. I'm not even sure where this guy's information comes from. It seems like he's got a whole bunch of different, if it's shows he's watching or something, I don't know. But anyways, he had a bunch of different stuff, and there was more things that I watched to his, but it just seems like all of a sudden I found like a little bubble of people with awareness. And so it was a whole bunch of different videos. I even caught some guy live, and he was talking about the towers, and he took them down, and he did say something that I did not know about, that it was how much gold was stolen from that event. That that's what it was. It was a heist. It was a giant heist, and they will murder and destroy buildings, because they don't care. So yeah, there's a lot more to that. And but there's so many more people waking up all the time, and I find it fascinating. But you do see, as people wake up, it does, put that separation in of who's not awake yet, and how many people just, they hold on so tight. Please let it be true. Let this world be true. And so many people who are woke up, the only thing that they can understand is about, follow Jesus in the Bible. They can't go outside of the box fully. They think like that is our hidden truth. No, that's not our hidden truth. That is a part of the established perimeters that they've given you to understand yourself. And it always has somebody over you. You never have full power. You're always have another being, another entity that is over you. But the only thing over you is you. And, it's so clear. What holds people back is self. It's their own self that holds them back. And so all of these people who, continue to fight the awakening, they're going to be embarrassed and humiliated by it at some point. Even those videos I shared a little while ago about the flat earth stuff, there was a guy who went on and commented, and it was, of course, he knows the real science. He listens to the real scientists. All of us crazy people, we just need to, get our heads out of our ass and listen to the real scientists. It's like, dude, you got to get your head out of your ass and wake up and start understanding this world. And so I just blocked them. I don't have time anymore for these people who just want to continue to, stay in the swamp and keep on trying to drag everybody back in with them. It's like, I'm sorry that you are so stuck, but, I don't have time for your energy. And, there's a lot of them out there, but they have to wake themselves up. They have to see through the illusion. They have to see the truth for themselves. And as long as they're fighting the truth and wanting to just stay attached to the system, they're their own worst enemy. And but I don't have time for that crap anymore. But there are so many people who are waking up, and the people who are the other way keep fighting it, and the other people just keep wanting to say it's all about Jesus. It's the resurrection of Jesus. And so there's just still so much for people to wake up to what this real world is all about. And but one thing too that I wanted to share that I forgot to say earlier was, so I had seen a guy, and he called himself a homesteader, and he was out in his chicken coop, and he was talking about his chickens, and he was talking about what he was feeding them. But he said that I think he had like 10 chickens, and what he was talking about was his side hustle, how much money he makes. $700 a week off selling their eggs. And so I sent it to my mom. Now she's all jacked up. She's like, hell yeah, she's going to go out and start getting herself situated, create her own side hustle, because everybody needs to come up with their side hustle, because that is part of breaking free from the system. The system is collapsing. If you're dependent on the system for your future, then it's going to hurt when the system collapses. collapses. So, you've got to figure out, what you can do for yourself. And, like when I was talking to that girl around here, the farmer girl, and I said, I'd come over and help her because where I'm at, it is a lot of pine needles, and so it's super acidic because the pine needles cause the ground to become acidic for things to grow in, and so only certain things will grow. And then plus I'm in the forest, so I only get a small fraction of whatever this thing is they put in the sky to burn our eyeballs off. So anyways, and I've seen there's so many people now who are saying, hey, there is no sickness, it's just poisoning. It's like, yes, that's what I've been saying. All you got to do is understand what happens to you when you get poisoned. And then they can call it anything they want. They can label it, name it, give you diagnoses, give you the pill. They've always got the pill. So, yeah, but just, think it through. It's fucking poison. So, anyways, and when I had said, I'd come over and help her, and she was like, no, she didn't want to do one this year because, there's a food shortage. Why would we want to grow our own food? The government will just come and take it. I was like, okay, I think you're going about this all wrong, but, it's out of my control. So, when a door closes, it's just because you're not supposed to enter it. So I'm not going to stress out because, it just is. When you listen to different people's philosophies, it's just like you're coming at this all wrong, all wrong. She went from last year being so excited to really doing some co-op farming to, now suddenly it's, no, I'm going to crawl in my shell and hide from the government. It's like, no, we want to burst out of our shells and take down the government. We take them down by becoming independent, by understanding, seeing through the illusion, understanding what they're doing to us, and become independent in ourselves, to develop ourselves and figure out what skills we have, what do we need to survive, and how in the world, it's been done throughout time and history. Oh, and another thing too, that I saw what's coming out so much is how many people are actually on the reservation is the heaviest hitted group of people being killed by this. What did I call it yesterday? Divik, backwards, how many people are actually being killed by that? It's because they're poisoning the water. And the hardest hit communities are the Hispanic, the indigenous, and the black, because like they want to whitewash us all and create animosity between the groups, and then whitewash us to create these generation, they're working on the generation ahead. They've already got them, totally fearful. They've shown that their parents lose their goddamn minds and will do whatever is supposed to be done. So they're implanting that into the programming, and then they will change history. They will format it the way that they want to control them. They've already got them surrendering their gender and their ability to procreate and getting them. I thought that girl made such a good point. If you're not old enough to make the responsible choice to drink and drive and go to war and all these things, then why are you saying that they are responsible enough to change their gender? It's like, think about it. You're going to be on medication for the rest of your life. Does a 5-year-old really understand you can never have children? You will never have your own family if you do this. I don't even think that all their parents understand it. I don't even think all their parents think it through. So, how can we expect the children to? But this is the programming that they are doing for the end game of what they are trying to create for the next, this whitewashed, disconnected droid, not able to take care of, take care of their own families, create their own families. But yeah, that will be very limited jobs because, most things will be done by AI. So the dog eat dog world will become a lot more devastating, a lot more poverty. But that is all in the direction, it's that division between the aristocrats. They got to keep the poverty stricken. So that's their hope for the future of these children, that especially these children's children, So, it's just vital to our existence to begin to teach our kids like skills. They don't need to be in indoctrination camps all day. They need to be at home learning how to sew and cook and grow and clean and take care of themselves, and what it means to run a household, and how do you fit everything into the day. That's what they need to learn about, not just sit for hours and hours listening to somebody program them and with propaganda and misinformation. So, anyways, my mom got all excited now and is, is going to start working on having a big giant garden because, that is another thing, is another side hustle that people can do. Like I've talked about before, as these systems are crashing, it's those people that have that drive and motivation are going to be the ones that we go to for our food. We would be going to a local farmer and buying their agriculture, right straight from them, rather than, going through all the middlemen and, the chemicals and the bullshit to get it from the corporate stores. So it's going to cut all of that out. And the more faster we do it, the more we start going to the small farms. They're trying to short us to show they have control over us. There's plenty of resources. It's their manipulation and control over us that they are trying to show us. So, and we all like, oh, please, please, and they inflate and all the things they do to keep us all, out of step, to keep us all off balance, to keep us all in internal chaos. So, like I've said before, I'd pull my damn kids out of school and start, start working on their stuff at home. I mean, all you got to do is know how to read and write. If you can read and read books are full of information, and you can expand your knowledge by reading books. If you can write, you can communicate. So it's so much more important for people to develop their skills and to, and artistic skills too, because that comes from your soul, that comes from your spirit, and that gives you that connection. So, this is all about this kind of expansion, and there is all of these kinds of side hustles that you can develop for yourself. If you have room to grow anywhere in your property, you can grow anything. Whatever it is that your soil and your, climate can grow, you can grow to sell and trade and, create yourself something, your own business. And this is the time to do it because all of theirs is crashing. This is the time to pick up and take the lead, And, you can sell a box of vegetables, for $20. Like the guy who was doing the chicken, $700 a week. And he said that he got like 15 eggs a day or something. So I don't know. I know around here the people sell them for like $5. Farm fresh eggs, like $5 for a dozen. So I'm sure each area has its own thing, which, what's weird too, is because yesterday when I went to town, well, I didn't go all the way to town. I just went to a little market, but, gas had gone down. From the last time I went out a couple weeks ago, it was $4.79 a gallon, and I thought it was going to go up more. And this time when I went, it was $4.29. So I don't know what's going on, I mean, when you're in a slave state, then, there's always some sort of manipulation, some sort of thing going on. It's hard to ever know what underhanded, dastardly shit they're trying to do next. So anyways, but in your local areas, there is, things you can do for yourself to, establish yourself so that you have money coming in, or you at least have something to trade and barter. So anyways, think about that stuff, and I'm going to go let her in and continue having a great day. So I'll talk to you later. Bye.